Good day everyone, welcome to another video on this channel. First of all, I need to really thank every single one of you for the crazy support on the previous video. I'm beginning on a very small channel and every single little thing just means a lot to me. Well, anyway, moving on. Today we're talking about a formation that's basically a cheat code. And here is why. As you can see on your screen, this formation attacks with 5 players. And you still have 2 midfielders behind, but if you're facing someone who plays a 4 at the back, this formation is just game over for them. And to make things even better, we're gonna set this formation up in a way that it defends in a 4-4-2. Pretty much the best formation to defend in. So let's just not waste any more time here and let's jump to the tactics. Of course, the formation I'm talking about is the 3-4-2-1, aka the cheat code. Defensive style, balanced, width 45, depth 45 as well. Now the reason behind this is we don't want this formation to be too narrow or too wide, and the 45 depth is the minimum depth you can have on a formation to make it auto-press your opponent. And as for depth goes, I would not recommend anything above 50 for any 3 at the back formation. Moving on, build-up play, we go with balance, chance creation with direct passing as always, width 50 so players keep running in the line they're at and they don't go too narrow or too wide, players in box on 6, corners and free kicks on whatever your preferences are. I go with respectively 2 and 1. Now, onto the instructions, the most important part of this video. Listen, we want to make sure that this formation defends in a 4-4-2, so make sure to copy every single instruction that I tell you. That way this formation plays in a 4-4-2 in defense automatically. Your striker is on stay central and the rest default. Your right forward is on stay central and default as well. These are gonna be your 2 strikers when you're defending in a 4-4-2. Your left forward has to be on stay central, get in behind and come back on defense. When this formation is transitioning to defense and forming a 4-4-2 formation, this player is gonna be your left midfielder. Your right midfielder should be on get in behind and get into box for crosses. This player is going to play as your RM in game as well, and we're not going to tell him to come back on defense and play as a right back. The right back role goes to the center back on the right side, Kyle Walker in this instance. And for your left midfielder, we're going to have come back on defense, stay wide and stay on edge of the box for crosses. This should be somewhat of a fullback that's going forward, not someone who's crazy attacking. And that's why we have him on comeback on defense, stay wide and stay on edge of the box for crosses. Because we want this player to play as a left back for us. And we don't want him to get involved in attack too much and going in, so we're open for counter attacks. And finally, your 2 center mids should be on stay back while attacking and cover center. They just have to sit in the middle, collect the ball and pass it to all the runners all over the pitch. Center backs should all be on default, don't touch a thing here, and your goalkeeper on comms for crosses, not sweeper keeper. Definitely not sweeper keeper. Now let's jump to the gameplay and see why this formation is just undefendable. First things first, you're gonna notice how much I'm going down the line and on wide areas, and it's because this formation is all about just running down the sidelines. As horrible and repetitive it is, that's the only way you score consistently in this game. So when you're using this formation, use the width every chance you get. Go for the wide runs, go for the crosses, go for the cutbacks. Even some crazy early cut-in passes work perfectly on this formation. And one important thing that you need to keep in mind is that this formation can be sometimes amazing for counterattacks, but it's more about outnumbering your opponent in the attack. So just don't straight up pass it to your striker as soon as you get the ball back in your defense. Just try to play around a little bit, try to make some build-up happen, and when you have your runners going forward, that's when this formation is going to be unstoppable. 3-4-2-1 has one thing guaranteed. Every time you're attacking, you're gonna be outnumbering your opponent in the defense. So the only way you're not going to score is by making a mistake. Be patient, and if you don't make a mistake, pretty much every attack you make is almost a goal. Okay, we've reached the end of this video as well. I'm gonna thank you again for all the crazy support. This is a small channel and every little bit of support just helps massively. Thank you everyone, and hopefully see you on the next video. Cheers!